YouTubers, I'm going to start this video off with a map of the campground that I'm about to give you a tour of. This is Marquette Tourist Park. It's a large campground with right about 100 sites of both tent sites, electric only sites, and full hookups. It's not far from Presque Isle and not far from downtown Marquette. Alright YouTubers, here's another campground tour. This is Marquette Township Park. I'm at the very end. Pretty good campsite. I'll do the whole thing. Probably done it before. I think I have reviewed it before because I've stayed here, but I like to give you a full campground look at good places to stay. I ended up with another pretty good site. So when you get a campground that's like in town, there's some good things and some bad things. It's a nice campground. It's just in a city, so it is what it is. Shove a lot in here, but I like it. Get you to Marquette. That's the good thing. Location, location, location. The bad thing is to the right here, there are a bunch of businesses and there's a lot of noise that goes on during the day. There's some storage stuff going on, so you hear the beep beep beeps of backing up trucks and stuff like that. It's not terrible, but it is noticeable the closer you get to the back. Overall though, I don't really have any complaints about this campground. I think it's a good place to go. Just realize ahead of time, you're close to town. These are full hookups. The staff here is great, really friendly. They do a great job of keeping the place clean. There's not trash around. Most of the people that camp here aren't going crazy like you can get in some city campgrounds. And I think they've done the best they can to give it as rustic a feeling as they can for being in town. I stayed at this the first time I was here, and I've stayed here because Ojibwa doesn't do the camping anymore, or whatever you want to call a casino. It's not camping, and well, technically this isn't camping either. It's RVing. This is a weekday, pretty empty, and they're doing some work. Some people on YouTube tend to get real picky about using the word camping. Okay, you're RVing in a campground. Call it whatever you want to call it. This is one of the 2 flush toilet bathrooms and shower houses, always kept clean. A lot of times when people picture city campgrounds, they picture those places where if you open up your awning, you're going to hit your neighbor's RV. This place is nothing like that. It's, there's not 30 yards between each site, but there's a good amount of space. And we'll keep doing a loop. This is the lake side. It's a small lake. I forget the name of it. I apologize. It's a nice little lake. I tried not to speed it up too bad. And again, I apologize for whatever movement there is. I'm riding a bike, so I'm doing the best I can. And there's my site. And again, I tend to get pretty good sites. I get lucky. So that's the whole outer loop. And then there's a few inner loops, and we'll take one of those. Now, again, this is a weekday, and on the weekends, this place was totally booked up. There is the second shower house. It's smaller, but it's clean, good water pressure, and good hot water. See? Thumbs up. Now we're going to ride technically out of the campground and go to the day use area. That is people waiting in line to use the RV dump station. There's always a lot of activities going on the right in that field. The town uses this campground and day use park area quite a bit. And here's the swimming area. They have lifeguards on duty during the day. Keep the kids safe. The day use area is pretty nice, and there's a couple trails that run off that you can go explore, a small river that's nearby, and you can get to Lake Superior. Because again, this campground is not very far at all from Lake Superior or Presque Isle, and not very far from downtown Marquette. That's the office where you check in, and they also have Wi-Fi here, but it's not fantastic, I'll say. Back into the campground and people waiting to dump their tanks. Take another one of the inner loops here. So I'll just say it again. I like this campground. It is what it is. It's not perfect, but for having a great location, there's not a lot to complain about. Well, for me, because I'm really not much of a complainer. I can find the good in most everything. And when I come back to Marquette, which I probably will, I know I'll end up staying here again because I like it.
That's it. Great and wonderful day.
I hope this was helpful, and if you come to Marquette, check out Marquette Tourist Park. I'll put a web link in the description block.